I was at North Point. I led middle school boys. It was transit and then into Inside Out, and walked live with them for 7 years. And I saw the impact of, I had like 30 boys, and then they cut them off, so no more can come to our group. It's too many. But it was cool watching them as they grew up from middle school to high school, and they came from all kinds of walks of life, some from broken families, and you saw what religion did in their lives. And I think it would have a huge impact if parents have the choice. Again, this is not forcing them. This bill just is allowing if parents want to sign their kids up during school hours, and it's known as the time release. And so they go for like 45 minutes to an hour, and they will go off for a week and learn about religious studies, and parents can volunteer, sign their kids up, and they go off and do that. And I know one program that does it, and they're in over like 600 schools nationwide, and they have polled the public school teachers to kind of see what they thought of it after the program got implemented, and they have over 90% of the public school teachers saying they love it. The attendance goes up, the bullying goes down, the kids are more positive. It's a rippling effect across the other kids. And I know it hit me also that Appalachian school shooting, reading up on the boy's, his family life and all that, it hit me. I was like, you know what, if I had 10 minutes with him, man to man, to be able to give him a big hug and say, I love you, you have purpose, God created you, it has huge impact. And I know religion can do that. And again, this is not force the kids to do it at all. It's if parents feel like they would like to. And I know also we have the numbers of the kids that get pulled out of, say, public school. A lot of times it's, religious studies. They might want to go do homeschool or private school, Christian school. And I think by implementing this, it would be a huge positive, support public schools, because then it's like, public schools are great, but then it's also letting the parents know, hey, if you want that option, if that's your thing, then you can sign your kids up, and they can go off and learn. And then in this bill, it would give them August 1st, 2025 for the schools, if they wanted to implement this, to kind of set the policy and all that of how it would operate. And usually it's 45 minutes to an hour each week. And that's what this bill would do, and it just allows that. And I just have a heart knowing that if we pass something like this, we're going to all be long gone one day, but the rippling effect it would have on our boys and girls and what religion does and the positivity it brings is why I'm bringing this bill. So it just allows that in this bill. I think it's a pretty simple bill, and I'd be glad to take any questions.
Okay, you do have a few questions. Number 17.
Oh, geez. Forgive me, Mr. Chair. There's no plate in front of me. I was like, oh, I must be 15 because 16 is over there. Nope, I'm 17. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Forgive me. Hi. I've never heard of a group that does. Can you tell me more about the group that does this? I've never heard of a group that meets during the school day.
Yeah, so there are a number of schools, and it's actually a church. I forget the ministry. I've met one of the pastor's wives. There's one church here in Atlanta, a good-sized church, and they actually go and do it in a few of the public schools here in Atlanta, and the kids are loving it. And they go
so they do it through.
Yeah, and there's a number of, like LifeWise, I've got to know this one big organization, and they provide over 600 schools nationwide.
Okay.
About 60,000 students are attending it right now, and just what's coming out of that, and that's why I gave the poll of the 3,000 teachers that they had polled, and it's just been overwhelmingly positive. And it's something I didn't know about until I learned about this, and I was like, this is pretty awesome.
I mean,
to give the parents the option.
Yeah, I grew up in like the middle of nowhere there. I was in the sticks. There were no programs when I was growing up. About the academic credit and trying to figure that out, I'm really not a fan. It just gives schools so much more to do, and they already have enough. We're already trying to we need to rehaul literacy. We need to be focusing on some things. I'm not a fan of the requiring academic, that they can give academic credit for this. I mean, oh my God, the hours I spent at church in middle school and high school, I could have got a master's degree if like I was getting credit. And I learned all sorts of great stuff. I mean, I learned leadership and theater and music and like all sorts of great stuff, but I didn't get any academic credit for it. Is that like a deal breaker? Do you need?
Well, it's just May in there, so there's no forcing. I mean, the leadership in the schools, you do what you want to do. So this in no way is forced.
It's not a shell. It's a
says may adopt.
Yeah.
And that's just. I mean, I'm all about the local superintendent, the principal. If they want to sit down and talk, I mean, that's on them. And so we have that may in there.
So we got the may. Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, let's go to number 20.